Hi Gemini, welcome back. So Gemini, this is going to be a reading for October, but keep in mind time is malleable, so for some of you it'll resonate current energy, some of you it'll be past, some of it will be future. If it does resonate, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for joining me today, Gemini, and let's get started. Pluto is the overall energy. Wow, okay. So Pluto is all about transformation, change. It can be a little bit of a chaotic energy, Gemini. So might be dealing with that over the next few weeks or so. But usually this chaos happens when we need to clear stuff out, clear people out, clear energy out. That is so that we can have room for renewal, you know, to reestablish our personal power, to motivate us to be better, you know. So I feel like that's kind of what the energy I'm getting here is about during this time frame, Gemini. Very strong energy to start the reading. And as I say, it's here to clear it out. You have the Aquarius card here, the star card, star energy out. And that's all about restoration. That's all about healing, claiming your independence, your personal power, being uniquely you. And so I feel like that kind of backs up originally what the message I was getting. The other thing to watch here, Gemini, during this time period is any type of like obsessive or suspicious type of energy or people that you may have around you, okay? If so, you're going to see that very clearly in self or in the other person during this time period. It's all about rebirth, Gemini. Ending old behaviors, patterns, life cycles, ways of living, starting new patterns, life cycles, new rebirth type of energy here. We do that several times during our life, whether that's spiritually, emotionally, or in the physical world. So you had a lot of cards come out all at once. So let's get into it. Gemini, you have the Eight of Cups here and the Hermit energy. That's that spiritual enlightenment, okay? So I feel like the Hermit to me is all about looking beyond the facades that people place, looking beyond the veils. And I feel like a lot of you, that veil is going to be coming down, whether that's a veil you've been keeping up or a veil of a person you've been dealing with. It's that releasing of that type of energy and walking away, you know, walking away from feeling the need to hold on to any type of hurt, anger, resentment, walking away from, like I said, people, places, and things that are not good with us, that may have caused a lot of chaos, whether internally or externally in our life. It's all about evolution of self. Lots of spiritual messages here, Gemini, for October, which we are going into Scorpio season. So especially if you have Scorpio in your chart, I feel like that would be especially true here. High Priestess energy, tapping into your intuition, your higher spiritual guidance, opening your third eye up. For those of you who are maybe new to spirituality or don't know what I'm referring to, like it's the best way to be able to receive downloads, messages, using your intuition is to clear out the gunk in your head. And the best way to do that is to sit in quiet, sit in the still, meditate, and release. And when you do that, Gemini, I want you to imagine like that fog of your crown chakra, third eye, clearing up, you know, and escaping out the top. Okay, and then seeing clearly what you need to see, hearing the messages you need to hear. It sounds very simple, but it's a lot more complex to shut down your mind than you think it is, especially if you're a Gemini. But that message is here, Gemini, for you to do that during this time period. And it's like, as soon as you quiet that and just calm it down for a moment and let go of that internal pressure, tension that I'm feeling here, there goes the Knight of Swords. And it's like, I know what to do, or I know exactly what I want to say or how I want to say it. And the communication goes out. But it's clear well thought out communication, not impulsive, not reckless, not hurtful. It's spiritual guidance that I feel that you might be put in a place to give someone else this month. Sometimes we're in places where we need guidance. Sometimes we're in the place where we are the ones giving it. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've done enough soul searching now that you're in a place that you are ready to give it, or will need to give maybe some guidance to a friend, family member, intimate partner, something like that during this time period. And you've done that by releasing, by clearing your mind and getting more focused here. There's been a lot of chaotic energy for Gemini recently. And so I feel like a clearing out of that during this time period. That doesn't mean that things might not still seem a bit chaotic external to you. You know, you might still have a lot of things going on external to you, but internally, you're maintaining that calm. You know what I'm saying? Like, people and situations can only affect you as much as you allow them to affect you. And I feel like that's kind of the type of energy you need to be embodying during this time frame, or will be. And then what comes after that? The Magician and the Page of Cups. This is manifesting new opportunities, specifically in love, but it could be any realm of your life. I feel like it's like now you know everything you need to know. You know how you want to say it or how you want it to be said to you. And then here it is manifesting for you during this time period. And it's brand new. For some of you, this could be a new connection. For others, this may be an apology, because I do see this as like an apologetic type of vibe. So either or is what I'm feeling here. And some of you have prayed about this. Like, you have prayed about, I guess, seeking guidance. You have prayed about this situation and sought guidance in the past. And now I feel that Gemini, during this time period, you're being put into the opposite position, where now you have that knowledge and now someone else is coming to you. And based on your prior experience, you are now able to guide someone else. And that's how we become, we're always going back and forth between being the teacher and the student, being the teacher and the student. Life will never just make you the teacher all the time and never the student, or the student and never the teacher. You go back and forth throughout life, using what you've learned, helping other people with that, and then looking to other people to help you for what you have yet to learn, type of vibe is what I'm getting here. But I feel like in this month, Gemini, you are the one that is giving the guidance. And it's taken you a long time to get there. It's taken you a long time to calm that internal chaos, to clear your mind, to learn to think before you speak, Gemini. And I feel like you're manifesting a lot, pulling into you a lot of energy here. Now, the caution with this is use that knowledge as power, but not as power to manipulate. So like, that's another test the universe gives. When you're finally in a position of where people are coming to you, you can either use that or abuse that. And so don't abuse that, is what I'm saying, you know? All right, so Gemini, that's the vibe I'm feeling for you during this time period. And if you were only interested in you and what you're going to be going through, hoping, wishing, feeling, then this is where the reading ends. For those of you who are dealing with another person in specific and you would like to hear more about what's going on with their energy, I'm going to go into that now. All right. So, Gemini, person you're dealing with is coming into this energy in the Five of Cups. I feel like that's the apologetic energy I felt earlier. If someone owes you an apology, I do see that coming in October. I feel like this is also that energy I felt earlier of needing to like think on it, or not really certain if you want to accept or if this person wants to accept. It can be vice versa. For others of you, the Five of Cups talks about feeling at a loss. This person may feel at a loss at times, or at a loss of how to express themselves. I feel like the King of Wands, Two of Swords here, that's that not wanting to kind of hear it, see it type of vibe, but at the same time wanting to feel that warmth again. So if you have been a little bit withdrawn from this person, they want to feel that warmth again, that softness, Gemini. And some of you have good reason for not being that way towards this person anymore. But for others of you, it's just, it was unintentional. You know, I feel like Gemini, whoever this is, they feel like uncertain in the situation, and some of them feel like you may not want to give them attention, or like it's sometimes you like want that warmth, but you don't want to give more than that. Like it's very inconsistent here. And as I say that, I look down, I have the Four of Wands. So that's that like back and forth energy, Gemini, that I was talking about. Nine of Pentacles in this deck, sorry, cover up the nudity, talks about somewhat of an obsessive type of vibe here. Then the Eight of Wands, Six of Pentacles, Seven of Cups. This person does not, they don't know what they're doing. Your cross-watcher's gonna hate me. That's why I felt initially that Gemini, that you were gonna be the person more than likely to be giving advice in this situation. And I just feel like this person is like stuck between a rock and a hard place, or they're like back and forth between like wanting to be like that knight in shining armor or queen in shining armor, and then back to like not really certain, you know, or wanting to be comforted and then wanting to be the one comforting. Does that make sense? Wanting to be independent and then wanting equal give and take. And I feel like sometimes they give mixed messages here. Seven of Cups, Eight of Wands to me is always mixed messages as to like, okay, what are you coming or going? What are we doing here? Do you want equal give and take, or do you want to be independent? You can't have your cake and eat it too. And the Four of Wands is like this swinging back and forth, you know. I feel like on an emotional level for most of you. But I feel like the communication within this dynamic is confusing. And there also might be some behind the scenes stuff going on, Gemini, that you're unaware of, or like gossipy type of energy here. If so, your intuition's picked it up, because your intuition is on fire this month. So I feel like if that is what's going on, you already know what's up, you know. Queen of Swords energy here. Like, I feel like there's this emotion here of missing a person, but not wanting to reach out or tell them that, or like feeling an emotion and letting it, and it's getting heavier and heavier and heavier, you know. And like when it is communicated, it's confusing in the way that it's communicated. I think that someone's intentions here are, I don't think they know. I don't feel like this person, whoever you're dealing with, Gemini, has bad intentions. I think that they don't know who they are, maybe, or they're confused this month, and therefore that's why you see all of these inconsistencies. I don't think that they're trying to be inconsistent, if that helps you at all understand this person, but I feel like they're confused. Gemini. And I think that it's getting heavy. It's getting heavy, right? And on this person's side, and or in trying to figure it out. I feel that This person may not be certain of the way that you feel. And that could be what it's about, you know, or they don't know like what kind of reaction they'll get out of you, because maybe your behavior or reactions or moods have been erratic in the past, or like they weren't expecting, you know, for you to say or do something that you did. And so now they have like almost a very uncertain, cautious vibe now, okay, surrounding the situation. Trying to read between the lines even. Communicating what they think you want to hear as opposed to what they mean. That type of energy. So yeah, I see like the pendulum swinging in the situation. And I feel like what you're manifesting over here, Gemini, is healing and walking away from, choosing to walk away when you used to not. You know what I'm saying? Like if you used to like go at it or go for, you know, just say whatever you needed to say, I feel like during this month you're going to choose the opposite of that. Then communicate when you're ready and you have all the information. And this changes the situation here. This helps to create a new opportunity here. And that may be like confusing to this person to some degree or another. And this is really similar to the message I had for you last month. So it could be definitely the same person that this resonated with for you last month. Like a continuation of that. So interesting reading, Gemini. Let me know how it resonated. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with during this time frame. Any of the fixed signs, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. Aries, Leo, Sag. Pisces, Virgo, Aquarius, Capricorn. Those are the primary zodiac signs I have out, but it can be any zodiac sign, or that could be placements in their chart or placements in your chart. Going to be different for all of you. In the meantime, give me a like, share, and subscribe. Check out my social media, Instagram, Facebook, all that great stuff down below, as well as my merchandise. I have new hoodies out. That for each zodiac sign there's a hoodie. You can get them in all different types of colors, and on the back of the hoodie will be printed your specific tarot card, which for you, Gemini, would be the Lovers. Check it out and come back and see me next time. I wish you the very best. Love you so much. Bye. Namaste.